happening? And I couldn't finish the scene. Michelle, we're rolling. Who trained her? I'm Bill Fagerbakke, and this is my E.T. then and now. Hair and not.
Most people call me Dauber.
I remember you from Coach. That's when I first noticed you, I think, as well as, most of the country. How did that role come to you?
I was living in New York doing theater, and I borrowed some money and flew out. And while I was in LA, I went in and read for Coach. And so it all kind of,
Wow.
That's how I got Coach. And so it was my first TV experience. And I was sitting there one day in rehearsal in season 1 going, Craig T. Nelson, Jerry Van Dyke, Shelley Fabares, that's over 110 years of experience. I watched every rehearsal I could. When I would watch them rehearse.
Entertainment Tonight has been on for 45 years, and we've been to that set of Coach many a time.
Yeah, that's right.
Mary, this is for you.
Thank you.
It's the Entertainment Tonight logo carved out on a flank steak.
I want to take you back to a time where we visited you all.
Oh dear. Did I have hair?
You have great hair. Great
Stop! Dick has all the fundamentals of a strong, organic actor. I think Bubba's work in musical theater is very evident. He's ready to burst into song at almost any moment. And of course, Al has all the classic characteristics of a Shakespearean actor. Oh, that's fun, man. Because I'm a big football fan, so God, working with those legends.
I can't imagine what that episode was like for you,
Wow. Bubba Smith. I have this great picture of Bubba Smith holding my daughter, who was 10 months, and they're just looking at it. I have a big one. Oh, it's so great.
He plays the dumb guy.
Jerry Van Dyke. There was a scene. And I couldn't finish the scene, Michelle. He would do this thing with his tongue. His tongue would be like rattling around, which was him getting ready to cook up some crazy delivery. And I'm trying to take the moment seriously, and I see his tongue going, and I come apart. And his fingers would wag, and he'd do this weird stuff with his face, and oh man, he was funny. He was such a unique
9 years
performer.
of that. What's like one of your favorite or your best scenes?
There was this one episode called Poodle Springs where Dauber really wants to impress his girlfriend's parents, and he winds up, he believes, killing their dog. And it was written so beautifully and involved a lot of physical work, so that was a very special memory.
But before Bill played the lovable, silly sidekick on 9 seasons of the hit show and voiced one of the most recognizable cartoon characters in pop culture history.
Go SpongeBob!
I wanted to be a professional football player. That was my dream. So I played offensive tackle and defensive tackle in high school, and then I got recruited, and I went on a full ride to the University of Idaho. And so when my knee got blown out my sophomore year in spring ball, I was able to say, I think I'm going to move on.
Yeah.
So I did move on and just stumbled face first right into theater.
What was it about acting that made you say, oh yeah, this is where I'm supposed to be, or these are my people?
There's something about the performance focus.
Yeah.
And then also I had really fallen in love with singing when I was in high school. I had the great good fortune to be in a high school choir. Basically, my big brother dared me to try out for the choir, and I did. Oh, I'm not afraid. I walked in there, I think I sang You Are My Sunshine or something. But I got in this choir, which was one of the best choirs in the state.
You know I'm about to ask you to sing You Are My Sunshine right now.
You are my sunshine, Michelle, my sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray, which they never are in Southern California. Yeah.
I love that. On cue and on point and in tune. I like that so much.
When you're studying acting, you're very aware of how incredibly difficult it is, how potentially dehumanizing it is just to try and, throw a piece of spaghetti at the wall and hope it sticks. And, so I thought, what's the worst that can happen? So I moved to New York with 2 months of money, and after 6 weeks, I got cast in an off-Broadway show, and I was so fortunate, and I've been working ever since.
But there was the time when Coach ended, and Dauber was no longer a part of your life.
Obviously, every actor dreams of a long-running gig, and that was 9 years. And since I came to LA from New York, I went 9 years, and then suddenly I realized fully what it was like to be unemployed in LA. And it was tricky and beautiful. So fortunately for me, the cartoon work had continued to go along. But you never think, oh, I just did this great cartoon. It's going to be a cultural phenomenon.
Was there a moment where you were like, oh, this just isn't a hit show, like this is something else?
Yeah, there have been a few of those, but the one that really stands out was the first time I went to pick up my girls at the elementary school when they were like 6 and 8. So we're like season 2 of the show. Girls are 6 and 8, so I'm there, and there was this wave of boys and girls running up at me going, "Patrick!" I went, oh, what's happening? That got my attention.
Yeah.
Wasn't that cool, SpongeBob?
SpongeBob SquarePants is the longest-running animated children's show of all time, spawning 6 movies, 30 video games, and even a spin-off series, The Patrick Star Show.
This is my show!
And the $16 billion franchise shows no signs of slowing down, with the latest film installment hitting theaters tomorrow.
Well, that's weird.
So now that the new movie is coming out, which is SpongeBob Search for SquarePants.
Search for SquarePants.
Yes. What makes this one feel special to you?
I think there is a feel of something that I appreciate so much with the show when the humor is an authentic humor based very specifically on the characters. I love that, and that this movie is rich with that kind of humor. Whether it's Squidward's vanity or Krabs' avarice, But we discover a lot about Mr. Krabs in this, which is fun. And then Mark Hamill coming in and contributing his great talent as the Flying Dutchman, and Regina Hall jumping in as his assistant, Barb, which is the greatest name ever for a pirate's assistant, Barb.
It's the arm on the end of it.
Yes. I just want people to be able to experience laughter and joy and have fun.
Yeah, baby!
2 decades of Patrick.
Yeah.
How do you keep him fresh?
I can tell you this. There's no world where I could have kept a live character on camera fresh. But given the incredible freedom of animation in terms of your imagination and anything is possible, he still makes me laugh. Yeah. I never think, oh, more Patrick, more big dumb guy stuff. I get to be an insane 7-year-old every time we record. And it brings me such joy, and it's almost like therapy.
Yeah.
And at some point you think, geez, maybe I should do some adult-oriented material. But then I get to go do a session, I go, nah.
This is good. You did do that with a recurring role on How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, that was a great gig. I love that.
What's your most cherished time about that?
So, the woman who directed so many of the episodes, she came up to me as we wrapped a scene, and she goes, "Bill," and she was shorter. So I bent down and she goes, "We have big plans for you." I went, what a beautiful thing, to hear.
As for Bill's life outside of Bikini Bottom, the 68-year-old has 2 grown daughters, one of them is also in the biz, and he's a grandpa. He's been featured in non-animated shows like Young Sheldon, Unbelievable, and I'm Dying Up Here. What's a dream role or a career goal that you still have or want?
I hope to someday be able to do theater again.
Is there a musical that is your favorite that you said, if I ever got the chance,
Guys and Dolls is
come
one. It's
on.
just magic.
Yeah.